Hi, everybody. Welcome to CloudCoin Live. Thank you very much for visiting with us. So today I'm going to answer a few questions from last time, and I'm going to go over all the stuff that we've been working on here at CloudCoin for the last week. And there's one question that we get quite often, and that is, what's the plan? What's the CloudCoin plan? And you can find that plan just by going to cloudcoin.global/plan.pdf and see it. And actually, that we wrote that a year and a half ago, so it's an old plan. It hasn't been updated. But here's the basic idea. We've got 5 different phases of CloudCoin. The first phase is the Raida, getting the Raida up and going, making sure it works. And we're already complete with that, although we're still making improvements all the time. But the second phase is the client software. That's being able to trade CloudCoins between 2 different people without anybody really knowing about it. And we're finished with that, but again, we're still making some improvements. We have not been able to create a good iPhone application, unfortunately. The third phase is what we call liquidity, and that covers a lot of things. So that covers exchanges, making sure that we can exchange cloud coins into dollars and yuan and yen and all different kind of currencies. It also entails getting CloudCoin into other software such as video games. And it also entails getting it so that websites and merchants can accept CloudCoins as payments. And there's even other things that we do. In fact, Celebrem is part of the liquidity project. Once we get done with that, we plan to go on to marketing. So a lot of people are saying, or criticize us for doing a bad job at marketing, but we're just not there yet. We're not to the marketing phase. And so if you don't like our marketing right now, just wait till we get to the marketing phase. Then you're going to really like it, I think. And then our last phase is what we call operations, and that's creating the governance and the help desk and everything, and making sure that everything runs nice and smoothly. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we've been working on, and one of those is our Raida. And so right now, there's a possibility that CloudCoins could become fracked. For example, right now, if you go and pwn some CloudCoins, chances are Raida 5 is going to not reply to your request, and that's a bummer. And so you're going to get a coin that we don't sure if it's good with Raida 5, and so we have to go through the fracking process for that, and that can take quite a long time. And now we're putting in a new service called Multifix, and that'll fix up to 200 coins in a matter of just seconds, probably about 14 seconds. We can fix that. That's going to speed up that fixing process completely. Most of you might not even be aware that your coins are fracked because we try not to tell about it. There's really nothing to be worried about. It's part of the system. And we're also setting up this new service which allows you to embed, if you want to, a hash of the serial number of the CloudCoin that you have, as well as your email address. And what this allows us to do is it allows the Raida to then be able to send that email address lost coins. And so instead of having the 2-year lost coin period, if you choose to embed a hash of your email address, and by the way, this is not reversible. This encryption is not reversible. Even if you had a quantum computer, you could not reverse it. So that would give the option of being able to recover your cloud coins if you lost them much faster than the normal 2-year period. And that's going to be very helpful. And we're also bringing on exchanges. We've had 2 verbal agreements with 2 exchanges. And next week, I'm going to be meeting with some bigwigs, and hopefully I'll have the actual contract signed, and we can go ahead and be on a nice exchange within the next couple of months. We have been working with Godot. That is a game development platform, and we have come to an agreement. We haven't actually issued a press release yet, but there's nothing really stopping that. We have already begun development. We have a programmer whose last name is Chernyshov, and he's been busy working on that code. And he needs to write that in the Godot language, which is kind of like Python. I think it might be better than Python, but it's really cool. And so that he's not familiar with Python. He's got to learn all that stuff. But we've started that process, and hopefully we'll be done fairly quickly. Luckily, we don't really require a huge amount of code. It's pretty simple to do. And that's because we have something called Cloud Bank that does all the work, and the Cloud Bank is in the cloud. And the Cloud Bank is, by the way, being put into production for the first time. We are testing it and making sure it's all good and everything. So that Cloud Bank is going to now allow everybody that wants to use CloudCoin to use it. And who am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about game engines like Godot. If you made a video game, you could use it. I'm talking about websites like xyzbuys.com, who is basically going to be the first large website to take CloudCoins as payment. We have a press release. In fact, they sent me a press release to release, but they forgot the attachment just a few hours ago. So I've asked them for the attachment, but hopefully in the next couple of days, we're going to send out a press release from CloudCoin Consortium and xyzbuys.com stating that is going to happen. And it's going to happen fast because we got the Cloud Bank working, and we've already sent them a list of all of the software that they need to use because we've already developed it. And so that's going to happen very quickly, I believe. We also are getting a new programmer, and this programmer, I won't announce who he is until he actually gets hired, but he's a very good programmer. I'm very excited about having him, and I think he's going to accelerate a lot of our different projects and make it a lot more quality and happen a lot better. So I'm looking forward to that. We've kind of avoided talking to people that are investors, and we've avoided talking to what I call Bitcoiners. There's a lot of people that treat Bitcoin like it's a religion, and I understand that because I really want freedom, and I want a currency that's going to be a global currency that's going to set everybody free. I don't believe Bitcoin is going to be that one. It is the first currency to solve the physical integrity problem, but it's not the last, of course. CloudCoin, I believe, is nearing perfection. And so we haven't really talked to that, but we have had some people that are starting to reach out to us. Of course, we've had Crypto Connie from the Blue Rock Talk, who has been talking about CloudCoin for a while. Now we've got a guy by the name of Donny Boy 8. So that is on YouTube. Donny Boy 8 did a 17-minute video. He's got about, he did that last night. He's got about 9,000 subscribers who are interested in his take on different cryptocurrencies. So that's a big step for us. And I would imagine that we're going to have a lot more people reach out to us once we get everything done that we need to do and get all the press releases out and start to really gain some traction in this next year. It's going to take time. We got to put our nose to the grindstone. We want to have a pleasant time. We want to try to do everything right so we don't make everybody angry and have software that's crappy. And so we're working on it. But there was one big marketing coup, if you want to say, that happened this last week. And that is that I was invited to go on a Fox News business program, if I understand it right. And I might not be understanding it perfectly correctly, but I believe the show airs on Fox Business News on Saturdays, and it's hosted by former Shark Tank cast member Kevin Harrington. And he invited me to go to Florida, and I went there a few days ago, and to go to his studio and talk about CloudCoin with him. And so we spent about 5 minutes talking about CloudCoin, talking about how the biggest difference between CloudCoin and Bitcoin is that with Bitcoin, you have to have an account, you have to have a public key and a private key. With CloudCoin, the CloudCoins themselves have that. And so we discussed that, a very good interview. And man, if you can get on Fox News for 4 minutes, that's very valuable. And that's earned media. So we didn't have to pay for that. That's, people that want to hear from us and are putting us on their news channels. I think that's going to grow and grow as we become more and more successful. So that's a big win there. I expect to have that up in the next 30 days. And I think that we're going to be able to get a link, and we're going to be able to use that ourselves on our own website. Another big win that we've got is Celebrem. So we've got a marketing partner, and they're Digital Frontier Digital Frontier Marketing, I believe is their name. And they have come up with a Celebrem, which is a collectible, digital collectible, and that is going gangbusters. We've been working on this. We haven't really been talking about it, but we're just putting the finishing touches on the code. Navraj is working on the client. He's almost done with it. I've been working on the back end. We're almost done with it. And we got other people working on the marketing page and everything. And so this thing, I believe, is going to be ready in about 2 weeks for some serious testing. And then within 40 days, I believe that this Celebrem is going to go live. And it's really a first in human history to be able to have a digital item which cannot be counterfeited. It is really wonderful. And so that is about all that I'm going to go over. I answered some of the questions that we had last time in my conversation, but there might be some people out there that have some questions that they'd like me to answer. Let's check with that. By the way, we have Chris Montgomery, who's running the control panel and doing all the lighting and everything. So I want to thank him for all of his help. So it looks like we do not have any questions or comments, and that's just fine with me. Please feel free to put your comments down below. And, you know, I think that last week we said we were going to answer any questions that they had from last week. Did we actually answer the comments from last time?
Yeah, we took care
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, everybody. Well, that finishes everything for today, and I'll see you next Friday. We're going to do this every week. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.